These are the fragrances you wear if you want to get folded in half. We've got Intense Cafe by Montal. This is a sweet coffee rose fragrance. I will say though, that the rose dominates this fragrance. The coffee plays second fiddle, but overall a really gorgeous scent. I think the only critique I've seen is that some people find it more on the synthetic side, which I completely agree with, but still a very nice fragrance, especially if you're somebody that wants a great scent with performance. Like this easily goes over 10 to 12 hours. Every single time I have worn it, I get the nose to the neck type of reaction. Next, Elena by Parfums de Marly. This fragrance is no stranger on my channel. And here's the thing, I get a lot of questions like this where people ask me, hey, is Elena overrated? Is this fragrance overrated? And here's what I have to say. If the scent is a niche fragrance and people are asking or telling you it's overrated, I will automatically say it's not overrated, because first of all, niche fragrances are not nearly as popular as people or the internet make you believe that they are. I will guarantee you that if you walk into a party, you're probably gonna be the only person wearing Elena, or maybe a couple people wearing Elena, just because the general public doesn't really know about fragrances. They're still rocking the standard designer scents that you find at Macy's, Ulta, and Sephora. So don't let the internet convince you that these are overrated and that everybody is wearing it, because that's just some bullshit, right? So Elena is a lychee rhubarb fragrance that is just incredibly sexy till this day, and it's very versatile as well. So if you live somewhere that experiences all 4 seasons, this will survive all 4 of those seasons. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be weaker in performance in the wintertime. You're still gonna get a strong type of scent that's very high quality. And this one, massive compliment getter. Next, Lamar by Kajal Perfumes, my favorite sweet pineapple fragrance. And this just leaves the most mouth-watering scent trail when you walk by somebody. This thing is a beast. It fills the room, and there's just something about it that it always drives me wild whenever I smell it. By the way, this one and Intense Cafe are marketed as unisex fragrances, but again, for the purpose of this video, like this shit goes crazy, all right? Every single person that is, or you know what? Every single person that has messaged me after they received this fragrance and had some fun with it have always just been like, thank you for the recommendation. This shit is so good. And then they explain what happened the previous night. And I love how honest you all get with me without me asking. But I mean, look, I appreciate the feedback. That's all I'm gonna say. But Lamar easily performs over 10 hours. It's a great fragrance, very sexy, very mouth-watering. Next, I'm gonna talk about the most popular niche fragrance, Baccarat Rouge 540 by MFK. And listen, people are gonna talk shit about this thing because it's extremely popular, right? But I can't not put it on this list because I know the work that this fragrance puts in. Sure, if you wear this, are you gonna be the most unique smelling person? No, you're not. But when you wear this to a club, to a party, to the bars, to a date, this still smells heavenly. It still drives people wild when they smell it. The DNA is still very modern. Again, I don't find this to be an overrated fragrance. I do think that it is cloned a lot, which is why I might not find it to be completely as worth it as it was 10 years ago or 5 years ago. But it just, like, it will do the job for you and more. Like, this still has so many people in a chokehold, all right? Like, it's... And another critique that I hear is that the performance sucks with this fragrance. I don't know what those people are talking about. This shit goes over 12 hours. I would believe that they're probably going nose blind to the scent, and that's a very normal thing. That's not uncommon. That's gonna happen for the most part when you're wearing fragrances. You can't smell it the whole entire time. So with Baccarat Rouge 540, don't spray it in the front of your neck like that and then wonder why you can't smell it anymore, because you're just making your nose work overtime. But this scent, look, if it's too basic for you by itself, then you can layer it with other things and just kind of give it new life. But this definitely still a fragrance that gets people fucking railed. All right, next is, where is it? Boom, 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 boom. Here it is. Oud Symphony by Precious Liquid. This fragrance is a passion fruit, blackcurrant scent. If you've never smelled blackcurrant, just think of the smell of blackberries. It also has some oud and some rum just to kind of give it some badassness to it. And let me just tell you that when my girlfriend wears this, she's not a gymnast, all right? But when she wears this, the performance of this fragrance easily goes over 8 hours. This scent right here is just like a great niche fragrance. If you're somebody that, with the past couple suggestions, you're like, oh, those are still too modern for me, I like niche scents, this is a low-key niche fragrance that people do not know about. The brand is not as popular as Parfums de Marly, as Montal, as MFK by any means. It's very, very low-key. But this scent smells like the quality is top tier. And it still has that reaction where when you wear this in public, people still love it. Because that's the thing with a lot of niche fragrances. They'll be polarizing and they'll be bold, but they might not be that likable. But everything that I'm showing you on this list, whether they're niche or designer, has the mass appeal, has the likability. So you know when you go, like when you go out in public, you're gonna wear something that people are like, it's just gonna turn people's heads. And Oud Symphony does just that. I go freaking feral when I smell this on my girlfriend. Next is, you know, I'm gonna show some love to an OG because a lot of girls on my channel have been asking me about Black Opium that are newer to my channel. And if you're rolling your eyes with this fragrance, I get it. But if you're looking for your first scent that's gonna do what this title implies, Black Opium will do it. Look, there's a reason why this is extremely popular. You know what I mean? Because it has people in a chokehold. This fragrance is still undeniably sexy. If you go ask a bunch of guys and a bunch of lesbians what the sexiest feminine fragrance is, you will hear Black Opium a lot because that is the target demographic that this will attract. So if you're attracted to guys, if you're attracted to, like, you know, mask, STEM, lesbians, people like that, and you, like, those are who you're trying to pull, then Black Opium will absolutely do that. And it's a no-brainer type of fragrance. Wear this when it's cold outside, wear this to a party, wear it at nighttime, and it's still gonna receive a shit ton of compliments. Again, this gets dogged on a lot online where people say, oh, it's too basic, too blah, 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 blah. Wear it in person and find out for yourself, because this, no matter what it is, if you are around a group of people, you will receive a compliment on Black Opium. Now, what does it smell like? It kind of smells, there's some coffee in the fragrance that makes it kind of addicting. That's what I like to think, because when I smell it, I'm like, my nose keeps coming back to it, you know? But there's also this vanilla in the fragrance. Oh, it's just a very warm, a little bit spicy type of scent. I will say I do love the extreme version. That's my favorite, just because the bourbon vanilla is more prominent on my skin. But this is still an absolute winner. Again, more of a nighttime type of fragrance. There was another one here. Where did it go? Where you know what? Let me talk about this one too, because Side Effect by Inicio is something that is just still unbelievably attractive. If you're somebody that loves the scent Jazz Club by Maison Margiela, you are going to love Side Effect, because this is a rum fragrance. It also has some cinnamon in it as well. A very badass, like one night stand you'll never forget type of scent. This definitely will leave an impression wherever you go. It lasts over 8 hours and it is no joke. This shit is super nice. For me, it's a bit too intense when I'm wearing it, but whenever I've worn this around people, they cannot get enough of it. They ask me what the name of the fragrance is. They want to buy it for themselves just because it's just, it makes people, like, I remember I received this comment from this girl that was like, my mouth is watering. Like, it just kind of has that oomph to it, and you won't know it until you try the scent. Again, only get this if you like the boozy type of fragrances. For me, I'm not the biggest fan of boozy, but I've seen this shit put in work, and I just cannot not give it the credit that it deserves. Anyways, I'll put the names of the fragrances and discount site links in the description in case you want to support the channel and show some love and save some money. But of course, please buy where you're comfortable. I'm also going to just throw in Light Blue Intense by Dolce & Gabbana, because for a summertime fragrance, this thing is still amazing. It's a lemon, apple, musk type of scent that performs over 7 hours on my skin, over 8 hours. It's just a great beach time fragrance. If that's what you're looking for, if you're gonna be in a bikini all day and you want a sexy, fresh fragrance, Light Blue Intense is just the scent for you. It's so, so good. And lastly, because I don't want this video too long, but Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, very versatile. I mean, just look at the bottle design of this scent. Look, there's been so many girls that have watched my review of this on YouTube, that have seen me talk about it nonstop on TikTok, that have blind bought this fragrance and personally weren't the biggest fans of it, but when they wore this out to parties and dates, they message me on how they got their back broken, and then they start to really love the fragrance. So this is just the juice that you want if you are trying to make people weak in the knees. It has the mass appeal, it has the sex appeal, and it's just something you can use for pretty much everything. You know, if you want to wear this to work, to school, like, it's, the versatility is definitely there. But shit, if you want to wear this as a sexy fragrance, it will definitely do that as well. All right, the performance over 8 hours. And the thing is, I can't even tell you exactly what this smells like. I mean, you can smell it at any Sephora, but it's just because there's over 30 notes of this fragrance. And if I were to read all those notes to you, it would not make sense. It's just a clusterfuck of sexiness. That's just what you have to think of when you smell Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. All right, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Again, the names of the fragrances and discount site links are going to be in the description in case you want to show some love and support the channel. Please buy where you're comfortable. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.